You've probably heard on the news about a recent school shooting that happened in Texas. There was a young adult that went into an elementary school, and it resulted in 2 adults being killed and 19 elementary students being killed as well. Today I want to talk about what does the Christian worldview have to say about things that happen in the world like this. To begin, I just want to express my condolences to all of the family, friends, victims, and everyone involved that is dealing with this trauma. And it's something that they will be carrying for the rest of their life. I don't want to make light of what has happened. In fact, I'm kind of bothered by a lot of what is said immediately after something terrible like this happens. It almost seems like everyone wants to use this situation as a prop for whatever, their political views are. And at the same time, I understand, because maybe not everyone has a malicious intent in doing this. Others might be just so distraught and they really legitimately want this kind of thing to stop, and they just are searching for answers. It's just one of those things that as a parent, you never ever want to ever know, what that is like. These parents are just distraught right now, and to say the least. I want to come across in this video as respectful to their experiences that they're going through, and I'm not belittling any of that at all. But what I do want to share with you is that in this world, people are going to think about things very differently about what happened and what the solutions are. And I want to share with you how I have come to understand situations like this. I remember there was a time when there was a lot of terrorism happening, and it was happening in places that one wouldn't expect, very similar to what happened in this elementary school. Places like movie theaters, and I remember just thinking, wow, this is scary. Literally any person could walk in and harm people that are just living their life, trying to enjoy their life. I remember being consumed by fear, and even thinking about, let's avoid, going to certain places and things like that. But I think our Christian worldview, the Bible, teaches us something else, another way of thinking about these things. And I first want to start by reading this Bible verse that's found in John 10:10. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. There's another Bible verse in 1 Peter 5:8 that says, be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. So the way I understand what happened in this terrible situation is that there is an enemy that is out to devour everyone. No matter what your own personal views are, he's out there, and he is not a caricature that many want to portray him as. They make fun of him, they make light of him, make jokes about even, just things that Jesus warns us about. He tells us to watch out for this devil, for this enemy that only steals, kills, and destroys. I want to challenge this false caricature of the devil, the thief. He actually is very discreet and relentless in the way that he goes about doing these things. If you look at the situation that happened, the person that went into that elementary school, or any other shooting situation, or any violent attack on anybody, the enemy is going to work many angles. He's going to put people in certain situations where, like, addictions are thriving, violence is thriving, there's loveless relationships in a person's life, there's a lot of anger, hatred, and this doesn't just happen overnight. This is something that the enemy is looking and working and like preparing the next person that he's going to use to bring destruction to innocent people, because he hates people. He hates God's creation. He wants to destroy it. He wants to steal. He wants to destroy God's good plan. In the beginning, God made everything good. He made a world that was without sin in humanity. But he also made people with free will. And as a result of that, there's a lot of good that can come from having free will. We can use our free will to help people out that are in these situations, that don't have anyone that loves them, that we can see, wow, you're heading in the wrong direction. Let me be a mentor in your life. Let me show you love. Let me share the gospel with you. That involves our free will. Loving others involves free will. But when sin is involved and it combines with free will, then people can make decisions like the one that the shooter made and play into the thief's hands. The devil wants to use people to hurt other people, but he also wants to hurt the people he uses also in the process. And it's quite evident there was so much death, so much destruction, so much evil that happened. And it also ended with the person that the enemy used with his own destruction as well. By contrast, God offers life. Here on this earth, he teaches us love one another. So my question to you is, who is in your life that you can be used by God to make a difference in that part of the world? If the enemy is looking for someone to devour, God is looking for someone to save. And just like the enemy uses people to destroy, God uses people to save. Think of ways that you can make a difference in the lives of those around you. Strangers, friends, family members. Remember, the enemy will use anything that he can use. If it's broken relationships, he'll use that, because ultimately he wants to destroy people.
Oh, how I am loved by you, Jesus. Oh, how you love me. Oh, how I see what you're doing for me. Why you do it for me? I can see your love now. I can see how you gave your son for me. I can see your love now. I can see how you died for my place. I can see